In a company full of genius engineers and million-dollar machines, the solution to a crisis didn't come from a boardroom, but from a janitor with a mop in his hand and wisdom in his silence. Robert had been the janitor at Orion Tech Labs for nearly 20 years. He walked the corridors silently, unnoticed. He knew every corner of the building, every creak of the floorboards, every flickering light. But no one knew him beyond his uniform, except maybe for the coffee machine. That, and the fact that he always whistled jazz when the halls were empty. One Thursday, tension filled the office. Engineers rushed around with frowns, laptops open, wires tangled. A new sensor chip, worth millions in contracts, had failed during testing. The board was threatening to cancel the deal. People's jobs were on the line. Robert, mopping quietly near the lab, paused as he overheard one engineer mutter, "We've tried everything. The feedback loop keeps frying the core. If we can't fix it by Monday, it's over." Robert leaned slightly toward the door. He wasn't eavesdropping. He was just listening and thinking. You see, Robert wasn't just a janitor. He had once studied electronics in the military, built radios from scratch. He'd just never gotten the chance to prove himself in a world that valued degrees more than experience. After a moment, he stepped inside. "Excuse me, sir," he said gently to a young engineer, Alex. "I couldn't help overhearing. Have you tried isolating the thermal feedback path with a heatsink buffer? Sounds like your core's looping faster than your capacitor can compensate." The room went quiet. Alex blinked. "What? How do you know that?" "Just a guess. I used to fix a lot of old military circuits back in the day." Skeptical but desperate, the team tried Robert's suggestion. Minutes passed. Then, beep. The sensor glowed green, stable. Everyone stared in disbelief. The glitch was gone. The project was saved. The fix didn't just save the prototype, it saved the contract, worth over $1.2 million. It saved jobs, it saved reputations. When the CTO heard what happened, he demanded to meet Robert. "Robert, why didn't you ever say you knew this stuff?" the CTO asked. Robert smiled. "No one ever asked." The company offered him a new position as a technical advisor. Robert still cleaned occasionally, not because he had to, because he wanted to stay grounded. But now when he walked the halls, people noticed him. They greeted him. They respected him. Robert didn't wear a lab coat. He didn't have a fancy degree, but he had something far more rare: humility, experience, and the wisdom to speak when it mattered most. Never judge a mind by the clothes it wears. Never assume silence means ignorance, because sometimes the greatest minds are the quietest in the room. Your value isn't defined by your title. It's defined by what you bring to the table when no one expects it. If you want more motivational and inspiring stories to reshape how you think and live, please like, share, and subscribe to the Philosophy Codex. Timeless wisdom, one codex. Watch short stories that spark change.